So looking forward to NASCAR's Sprint Cup race, um, chase for the Cup. I was get those two confused. I think this year is going to be more one of the more unpredictable chases because you don't really have like a clear cut, who's dominating, the season, who has a real number one choice to who's gonna win the Sprint Cup at the end of these 12 races. So looking forward to that and some mighty fine racing from those boys. You know what I'm saying? But also in other news, the WNBA just started their playoffs. Yes, women's basketball is still a league going on out there, for the time being. So, Lisa Leslie and new stars like Candace Parker and there's, Diane Taurasi, trying to keep that league alive. Well, they started their playoffs tonight. It's an 8-team playoff with Indiana versus Washington. Detroit already has a 1-0 lead up on Atlanta. Phoenix against San Antonio, and I'm not quite sure the winner yet, but I think the game with Seattle versus Los Angeles in LA probably just wrapped up, so probably have to go catch the score on that. I'm sure that game just finished. So yeah, WNBA playoffs. See who walks away with the title this year. And speaking of basketball, I'm sure a lot of you have heard Allen Iverson signed a 1-year deal for some millions of dollars. Oh, I'm so rusty on my school. A 1-year deal to go to the Memphis Grizzlies, as reported from his Twitter, and I got it from ESPN. But yeah, there's some young stars on there, some top draft picks, but as far as Memphis, the Grizzlies still suck. So Allen Iverson will have no problem getting playing time there. I don't think he'll have. It's not like Detroit. I think he'll have plenty of time to be on the court. He's getting older, but he's stressed that he's heard that as well from people, and that doesn't faze him in the least bit. I think it's a motivator, which it might be for him. Let's see if he can still get maybe his 40 a night, 50 a night. But will that help the Grizzlies any? Will that get them back to the playoffs? Will that get them their first ever playoff win in franchise history? That all remains to be seen. I don't really see playoffs in their future. Let's see if they can make it close. They're not above 500, maybe. It's a possibility. They can maybe get above 500 playoffs. I'm still not seeing AI or not. So I'm not really seeing Allen Iverson being the answer to the Grizzlies' problems. Haha, pun intended. I probably just ruined the effect of that pun by doing that, but whatever. It's first show back. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. So and late breaking news, NBA. Richard Jefferson, who this past summer went to the San Antonio Spurs, apparently just dislocated his thumb during workouts, no less. So he's questionable for the start of training camp. So not exactly the best way to start off with the brand new team. And San Antonio, been riddled with injuries, especially this last season. I don't know, maybe that's a bad omen for the season. Or it could be a good omen. Get the injuries out of the way now and be healthy for the rest of the season. Who knows? I hate to see anyone hurt. I really do. But the Spurs are in the same division as us, the Mavericks. So, you want to say just not playable. Be healthy, but, not playable for the season. Kind of fine with me. God bless you, but, I mentioned Brett Favre earlier, so let's maybe some NFL news. Week 1 just wrapped up this past Monday night. We started off with the Steelers winning, the Super Bowl champions Steelers, last Thursday night. We ended this past Monday with a doubleheader for Monday Night Football, with the Patriots and the Chargers just squeaking out wins late in the game against the Bills and the Raiders. The Raiders almost got the Chargers at home. They really did. We were so close, and then just Jamarcus Russell with that just deep pass, touchdown pass. Raiders fans were ecstatic, but then all the air just went out of the entire stadium. And the Chargers came back late, very, very late in the fourth quarter. I think it was 18 seconds left, and scored the touchdown to win the game. So maybe some good things, pick up some, good things for the Raiders there. They can always some positives out of that. They're able to almost beat the Chargers, who once again almost, don't want another bad start like they did last year, barely making the playoffs. So let's see what they can do there. And the Patriots almost lost at home at the Foxborough with Tom Brady's return back to NFL action since his first play, nearly knee injury from last season. So they barely won. They got 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes and 18 seconds to beat the Bills, where Terrell and Tio didn't catch a damn thing, basically. I think he had no catches the whole first half and 2 the whole game. So, when people, they start running before they catch the ball, I call that a TO. So you gotta catch it before you run. Yes, T.O.'s never been known for his great hands. So hopefully he does a lot better for the Bills' sake, and not and all the drama that he may bring with him. But NFL, unfortunately, as exciting as it has been this first week, go Cowboys! Woohoo! We won. On to week 2, there have been some, disappointments for teams who won, who didn't win, high expectations, didn't make it, people. So it's still week 1. It's just week 1, but there also have been injuries. By the way, Brett Favre, Vikings, Adrian Peterson, they won. So week 1, just side note. I mentioned Brett Favre, got to allude back to him. And Green Bay also won. Aaron Rodgers. Ironic. But there's also been injuries this first week, have been kind of the talk of everything. Troy Polamalu was the first one that just went down. I think it was his hammy, but he doesn't need surgery, so they're thinking maybe 3 to 6 weeks, best case scenario, and he'll be back with the Steelers. Then Brian Urlacher for the Chicago Bears dislocates his wrist and unfortunately is out for the entire season. So Bears, Wilbon, I know you love your Bears. See if they can muster up something to replace it. Well, you can't replace Brian Urlacher, but kind of mend that and hold your ground. Who else was injured? Donovan McNabb going in for making a rushing touchdown, ends up getting his ribs cracked, and he's sitting on the sidelines watching practices. The Eagles just signed Jeff Garcia to a 1-year contract to fill that, I guess maybe to play backup to fill that hole. He was there 2006 where he was making great plays, playoffs, push for the Eagles. Michael Vick, he's not yet eligible to play, almost, but they're saying he's not really going to be an option. And Kevin Kolb, who was from University of Houston, go Cougs, he's practicing with the first team offense, so maybe he gets a few chances. He hasn't had any real time out there, but hopefully he gets his time to shine a little bit. Maybe not just automatically give it to the veteran Jeff Garcia, who of course is a very great and reliable and durable quarterback. So NFL week 1, week 2 is coming up. Let's see where that takes us. But what else is there? Oh no, I just lost my train of thought. I didn't write things down, sorry. But I had a whole list in my head of what I was gonna mention and what I was gonna do, and now I've lost it.